Hi everyone, and first of all I would like to say Happy New Year. And I know I'm kind of late with this, but better late than never. And today I would like to talk a little bit about a couple of samples that I ordered. And maybe you've already heard about this collection. It's La Collection Muscs, Musk collection by Sylvaine Delacourte. And I would like to say at first that I haven't really prepared anything for this video. I already tried all the fragrances, but I would like this video and this review to be really unrehearsed, so I don't know exactly what the notes in the perfumes are. I haven't dig for any information. I would just like to share my impressions from this line. So Sylvaine is very well known for her work for Lilylang fragrances, and so she has a lot of experience in this field, and so I expected a lot from this collection, and I have to say it definitely didn't disappoint me. I don't know if I will go and buy because any of those fragrances that we will try today, because I have to try it more and give it more time to develop on me. So this is centered around musk, and this is kind of a tricky note because not everybody can smell musks, but I think I didn't have problem with any of those. Although I would say that some of these fragrances are on the lighter side. So let's start with the first one, and this is Dovana, and there is a story for each of these fragrances, but you can read it. I will put the link down below so you can read it there, and I would also write some notes here of what is inside. So this first one, I thought at first when I read the notes and I read some reviews, and I thought this is gonna be the one that I would like the most, and I would say it's the one I liked second most. So this, I know that the inspiration for this was a soap from her childhood. That's the only thing I read, and yes, it's pretty soapy, and it's but maybe more than soapy, this is creamy, and it's like a white cloud of scent. It's very light and it's very inoffensive, but I would say it's too inoffensive because I can only smell it on my skin for like hour and a half and then it dissipates. So I don't know if there is just my skin. I think I will need to test it more. So this is supposed to have iris, ambrette, some neroli and vanilla. It's kind of sweet, and yeah, it's more creamy than it's soapy. You can smell the white flowers in it. And there is some iris, but it doesn't smell like carrot, and it doesn't smell really earthy as iris can sometimes. I think I already have similar fragrance in my collection, on a similar vibe, not so similar to this one, and that is Poudre by Frederic Malle. But that one is more earthy and less sweet. So this is definitely a pleasant smell, pleasant scent if you like soapy smells and creamy fragrances. You would definitely like this. Okay, so we move to the next one, and the next one is Florentina. And yeah, this is supposed to have almond, orange blossom, iris again, some vetiver and some benzoin. So put it here. Again, very light, very inoffensive, and this is much less sweet than Dovana. You can definitely tell there is some almond in this. It's powdery. It's powdery, there is iris, but again, the iris in this is not really dry and earthy and scratchy. But I don't know, maybe this should be the sweet one, because there is something kind of a little bit missing in this one. I would like it to be more rounded, but it is definitely a pleasant scent, don't get me wrong. Again, powdery, light white florals. It reminds me somehow of Signorina by Salvatore Ferragamo. A little bit. It has a little bit of creaminess, and that one has a panna cotta note, so this is kind of similar with the almond, and it's really creamy. But because the almond in this should be a bitter almond, this leans a little bit towards this bitter smell, but just a tiny little bit. I think this is definitely feminine, and Dovana is also definitely feminine. They are really clean, ladylike perfumes. Okay, next one. And this is called Smeraldo. Smeralda. Okay, where should I put it? This is the green one. So the most apparent notes in this one are the lime and the angelica. So again, it's bittersweet. It's very, very green. It's fresh. This one, I would say it's definitely unisex. I wouldn't say that it leans more towards the masculine or the feminine side. It's really refreshing. It's not soapy at all, it's not creamy, but it's not fruity. It has a lime note that is really apparent, but I wouldn't say this is a fruity cocktail kind of fragrance. And this one is a bit harsh, which is a good thing sometimes, you know, you don't always want to have a smooth perfume on. So this is definitely a little bit edgy, but the beginning is quite loud. This will settle down and this will become a skin scent. It changes a lot. This one and the last one I will talk about, Helicriss, these change a lot. You know, the beginning I'm not a big fan of that, but the end is really pleasant. This would be nice to wear maybe in the morning, to wake up, to put you in a good mood and to be really active. Yes, I would say though that this would be like on the fourth place of all of these. This next one is actually my favorite of the whole bunch, and it is called Lilylang, like Lily and Ylang. And yeah, this one, don't tell me it's empty already, no, okay. Because I tried this one the most. This one is a nice lush tropical fragrance, but it's not cheesy, you know, sometimes the fragrances can smell like just suntan lotion. This one is not like that. So this one apparently has some ylang, it has mandarin, some rose, some jasmine, some benzoin. It's wonderful. It's full, but you know, it's like, it's pretty round and it's not in your face, though it is really like flowers in full bloom. It's sweet, but not overly sweet. And the weird thing is that when this settles down, I get the smell of butter popcorn. And I really like it, even though then I kind of don't smell the flowers anymore, but I just smell like vanilla butter popcorn. I don't know, guys, but it's beautiful. I would really consider buying this. We will see. I will try it some more. But this one, and I wouldn't even say, yeah, it's more feminine, but it's not so sweet, like so in your face, tropical sweet cocktail of all the good stuff that you will find on the beach, if you know what I mean. So it's really sophisticated, really like full-bodied perfume that is still not offensive. Love that one. And the last one, and this is actually unfortunately my least favorite, but what can you do? And this is called Helicriss. This has bergamot, rosemary, immortelle, patchouli. These are written here in French, so I have to translate from French to English. Neither of it is my native language, so you have to understand that sometimes it takes a while. Okay, so this one I have to prepare a little bit. I don't like the opening of this one because this smells like soup. I don't know, maybe it's the rosemary, but this smells like thing I would like to eat but not to smell of. However, this is just the first stage. This will change dramatically, and I don't know what that is from the notes, but when this dries down, something reminds me of Sycamore by Chanel. I don't know what it is because Sycamore is famous for the vetiver note. This doesn't have any vetiver. I don't know what that is. This one to me though is the most masculine of the whole bunch. And as I said, the dry down is quite lovely, but the beginning is kind of off-putting. I would classify this as a fougere. It's kind of herbal, fresh, not sweet at all. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of those herbal fragrances. You know, this is too vegetal. But if you give it some time, it gets better, believe me. So overall, I am impressed with this collection. If I received this as a gift, I think I would wear most of them. I would say my most favorite is Lilylang, then Dovana, then Florentina, then Smeraldo and Helicriss. So, and the most important fact, I paid €4, including shipping, for this 5 samples. The sample is 1.7 milliliters, so that's quite a big sample, so you can try it a couple of times. So €4 from France to my country, that's like so cheap. I couldn't understand how come this is so cheap, but apparently Sylvaine knows her job, she knows her field, so she knows that it's better to invest in those samples because her customers will get back. Yes, so €4, I still cannot believe it. So this is a very nice collection. Please let me know if somebody tried it, what are your thoughts, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye!